Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Another day, another Halloween set, let's go. I'm really hyped about this one today. I just love the colour combination and everything that's going on today. So we've got an orange set today, very Halloweeny. We've got a lot of spiderwebs and a ghost and stuff like that. We've got bold white and Daystar. So we've got a white, and Daystar is going to be actually the lighter shade of orange that we're going to use today. We've got Perfect Orange and Madam Glam Shaka. So Perfect Orange, funny enough, it's actually a very neon orange. I wouldn't quite say it's the Perfect Orange. I envision a Perfect Orange different shade, but it worked quite well in today's set. And we also have some Seriously Black from Nail Nails. We just needed a black, and I thought I will use that one today. So we're going to start off with our background shades first. We're going in with Shaka. You want to do, I think it's two nails? Two. Then we've got one nail that's the light orange shade, and then the other two are going to be ombre nails. So we're going to have one nail that has the darker orange at the top and the lighter orange at the bottom, and then the other one will be flipped around so that the colors are flipped. So here's that first one up, and as you can see, come on guys, like this is so neon, wouldn't you say? And the consistency is very thick as well compared to the lighter orange below it. Consistency was just different. I wasn't mad at it though. It's probably just due to the shade of orange that the gel polish is. It probably just needed, like, you know, the consistency just probably couldn't be as thin as the rest. But yeah, just something to know. If you're quite fussy with your consistencies and you like it a certain way, then this one is a bit more thicker. And yeah, I don't know how else to explain it other than just thicker. The other one's a bit more watery. So everything has had now 2 coats, and it's about time we start on with the nail art side of things. So the first nude nail is going to have a French tip. On this French tip, we're going to use it with the lighter shade of orange. You want to do your smile line, colour in the tip, pop it into the lamp for a cure. I will be doing 2 coats of everything off camera, so bear that in mind, just in case you're thinking, whoa, something suddenly becomes very opaque as the clip changes. That's because I just did another coat. Now on to the next nude nail. This one is going to be, I don't really know how we're going to call this. Is it like patchy, stitched up kind of pattern? So we're going to do different shapes. I'm going to start off with this kind of slanted line at the bottom. We're going to colour it in with the orange, pop that into the lamp for a cure. Whilst that's curing though, whilst we've got the brush in the orange, we're going to do 2 patches on the French tip nail. One on top left hand side and another one bottom right hand side. It will kind of depends, you know, if you're going to recreate this, it will just depend on how large of a nail bed you've got going on, if you're going to be able to do 1, 2 or any at all. To be honest, I was able to fit 2 in with this nail today, and we've got 1 below as well. So that will go into the lamp for a cure. Then we're going to switch back on to the other patchy nail that we're working on, and we're going to switch up the colours and start working with it's going to be the light orange, and then we're going to move over to the white. But before we do that, I need to finish this one, and I was just trying to get the lines as straight as I possibly can. Oh, okay. Well, before we get to that, it looks like I'm going to do some stripes first. So this light orange nail is going to have some dark orange stripes. So I always like to start off in the middle. It's kind of like my starting point. And then you want to do another one on either side. And then trying to keep the same distance from the first line as you did on the other side as well. And then if you've got any more space, do another line on the very last corners. If you've got the space, go back in, correct the lines and make them the same thickness as much as you can. I know that it's quite difficult to always do that, and I do recommend using a long brush for this type of work. Whenever you're doing straight lines, the longer your brush, the better. You're really going to see such a big difference with doing your lines. Right, now on to the next patchy nail. This one we're doing the light orange, and we're going to do this little corner this time around, color that in, do another coat, you know the gist. Off that we'll go into the lamp, and finally once that one is out, we will go in with the white. I am using bold white, and it's a very beautiful white, super pigmented, like 10 out of 10 always. I'm actually just gonna do the 1 coat because I just didn't need another coat, which is just absolutely bliss. The less coat we need to do, the better. The quicker we can do sets, and the quicker we can get moving. So here's the white. As you can already see, like, just the 1 stroke is just like full coverage. It's crazy. We're going to just colour that one in as much as we can. Don't worry about too much getting your lines too crisp. We will be going over it with some black later anyways to create that patchy stitch look. So don't worry too much. But If you want it to be very precise, then absolutely you can. And then off that one will go into the lamp for a cure before we crack on with the next nail, which I believe should be the ombre nail. And I think we might do some black or stamping. Oh, black. Okay, so the two ombre nails are going to have a black line in the center, and then you want to color in one side and one side only. And I'm going very, very thin with the black. As you can see, it's going to be very sheer. I'm going to go in and just build it up. I always find that blacks end up kind of wrinkling in the lamp if you use too much. If you want to just do a one-time go, it just won't happen. You're going to have to do a couple coats. So I'm being very, very thin with this. I really don't want to do it again, especially on an ombre nail. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other ombre nail. We're going to flip it around. So this time the black side that's going to be colored in will be on the left-hand side. And then, of course, yeah, like I mentioned, I think I only needed to do one more coat though. Obviously, when you watch the video, it looks like the first coat is so sheer. You'd expect that I needed to do literally like another 3. But no, just one more extra coat. Just your usual whenever you do your gel polish. You always do 2 coats. That black needed exactly that pretty much. And that'll be that. Then we are going to do some stamping. Very quick and simple. We've got Halloween collection plate number 9 from Moyu London. It's got this stunning, I literally used it last year. I'm going to use it again this year. It's a really, really cutesy little ghost. So I'm going to pick that up, color it in with the white. And then once I'm happy and it dries and it's not too thick on the ghost, by thick I mean if you just make sure you don't put too much basically polish on the back of it. You don't want it like literally swimming in it. And if it is swimming, just let it dry as much as you can. You don't want to like squish it down whilst it's still wet. So, and then yeah, once I'm happy, I'll pop it down in the center of that stripy nail. And then once that's done, in between that though, I will be cleaning my plate. And I do like to use some acetone to clean it with some lint-free wipe. I'm going to place it down the center. Then at the top of the plate on the right hand side, there's this spider with some spider web. So I like the spider web, not the spider itself. So we actually remove the spider and we're only going to stamp down the web itself. And I think I might have, did I? Yeah, I wasn't too happy with the pickup, so we had to go in with a second one. So I get rid of it. Oh no, I don't. Oh, I do stamp it, okay. I already can't remember what I did. But we do one more at the bottom, and that'll be that. After that's done, though, we will be top coating with a matte top coat. Matte top coat, honestly, with colours like today. Oh, with stamping, honestly, makes everything pop, which is so funny. Matte top coat you'd think is going to like dim everything down, but no. It honestly makes everything so much more crisp. Especially as we will be using some Madame Glam nail art gel, which cures tack-free glossy on top of our nails, which is going to work perfectly for the stitch nail look that we're going for today. So we've got a matte background and then a glossy stitch on top. Looks honestly amazing. Like right now at this stage, this is literally my favorite Halloween set so far this year. We'll probably start ranking them as we do them. Next time I do one that I'm obsessed with, I will probably let you know. But at the moment, this is literally my 10 out of 10 set at the moment. Love it. Absolutely love it. So this is the part now that we're doing those lines. So again, remember, nail art gel, it has to be a nail art specific gel that cures tack free, otherwise you're going to have a tacky layer left behind, and that is not what you want. So you want to go over those lines that we've created as a first step, and then once you've done those lines, you want to start doing X's and then 2 dashes. So you know, X's and X, and then dashes, I sometimes do them straight, a bit more to the left, a bit more to the right, just whatever kind of you want to do. And you want to be, or try to be, as petite with it, I suppose, as you can be. I have in the past been quite heavy-handed with it, and I just feel like it just hasn't created the same look that it should give. So the lines that you're creating, just make them quite petite, thin, you know. Sometimes it's best to do more of them, but just make them thinner than like making really thick ones and just do less of them. I just feel like the effect is so much better and different. So we're going to continue this. Quite time consuming, but definitely worth it. If you want to have some sick nails for Halloween, then this is definitely the set to go. And you can literally switch out the colours too. Like I went for an orange set, you could do a green, blue, purple, yellow, whatever colour you're going for with your Halloween look this year. Now onto the French tip nail. I outlined the smile line with the black, and again the same pattern of dashes, X's, dashes and so on all the way around, and then I pop it in Slam for a cure. We will be coming back to this one because we need to do a couple more of those around the patches, but I am very clumsy and I am very known to smudge my work all the time, and I get very angry at myself. So to avoid that today and have a peaceful recording session, we're going to cure in between. But whilst that's curing though, we're going to be as efficient as we can be. and we'll likely pick up one of those ombre nails in a moment, and we're going to do the spider web. So are we? I'm pretty sure we did, or am I waiting for it to come back out? No, we're not. So we're going to pick up the black, and we're going to go down the center of where the black and the ombre meets. I was having an issue, probably likely because I used quite a lot of gel polish when I was doing the ombre. It was a bit bumpy, very slightly, like when you run your nail, you couldn't really feel it that much, but when actually applying the line, then you could definitely see it. But just a bit of work, and we got it straight. Then on the ombre side, you want to do a spider web. So you want to drag out your lines and then just do the usual spider web pattern, you know, those like, I like to call them like U-shapes, half circle looking things, you know, connecting all the lines together into a spider web itself, and then pop it in lamp for a cure. A little bit time consuming. I really don't like doing those like U-shaped things. I don't know. It just reminds me of doing a circle, and I cannot do a circle with a nail art brush, so that's probably why. But here it is basically at, starting to look really good anyways. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other nail. I can't recall now if I ended up including that in the footage or not, but we'll see in a moment. But it's literally the repeat of this, just on the other side in case I didn't. You want to pop that into lamp for a cure. Once it comes out, we'll get back to that patch nail just like I thought, thank God. I was going to say, I just filmed it yesterday. Like, how did I forget already? But I did edit it yesterday too. I'm voicing it the next day, so I guess I can have a little bit of slack. So we're back onto the patch. Again, just literally outline the patch and then continue the dashes and the X pattern on those two patches as well. And then pop it into the lamp for a cure. We're almost there, guys. Last, I think, but not least, we've got some white drips to do. We are also going to be using the Madame Glam Nail Art Gel in the shade white. You want it glossy as well. I guess as an alternative, I was going to suggest that if you don't have a nail art gel and you don't want to get some, I'm wondering if you could just use regular gel polish and then just do a glossy top coat on top of it. You will obviously risk maybe having the nail a little bit thicker, but at least you get that whole look if you wanted it. So at this point, I actually wipe the nails because sometimes the Vanillese on my top coat separates my gel polishes. It's very frustrating when I'm doing it on top of the matte. So I just wiped it, and you know what? I feel like it did make a difference, I think. Or I could just be delusional, but I think it did. So we're going to do 2 dots down, connect the dots with a line to the very top of the nail, then curve the lines, and then after I'm done with that, you basically create your drip already right there, but just to create that extra cutesy little look, right below it, we're going to do a little droplet. It just looks like it's dropping off the drip, but it's not connected to anything, so you see in a moment. And you want to do that on both nails. I think I may just show you doing the one. It's literally a repeat, just on the other side, nothing crazy, the same boring stuff. So there it is, looking cute, and you can obviously perfect it, correct the lines where you need to and all of that. And then right below it, we'll do 1 dot and then drag it upwards, connect the corners of the circle with the line, and then you got yourself a nail finish. And that's basically it, guys. We're going to pop that into the lamp for a cure, and here are the final results. So cutesy. If you're going to recreate it, please don't forget to tag me, because I'd love to see different color combinations or how you spin this set to make it a bit more your own. Let me know. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I would love to see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.